Alright, what's up everybody, Astro here, and today I'm bringing you guys another video for CSGO Academy. Now, I realized that a lot of my videos that I do are a little too long, and I talk a little too much about some things that are not as important. So I'll try to make this video as fast and as informative as I can. So, let's start off with what is counter-strafing. Counter-strafing is basically walking towards one direction and then stopping your movement. So, for example, you're holding down your D key, and to stop moving, you're gonna hit your A key. So I'm holding down my D key, and then I'm gonna hit my A key. Holding down my A key, then I'm gonna hit my D key. So what that does is that it's gonna make sure that you stop moving so that your shot will be more accurate. Now, I'll give you a better example. So, for example, I'm not going to counter-strafe. So I'm just gonna hold my D key and then let it stop by itself. I'm gonna hold my D key. You see how that first shot landed over here? Let me do that again. Holding down my D key. You see how my first shot landed all the way back there? And that's gonna create a huge disadvantage if you are in, say, a gunfight. If you do know how to counter-strafe, so basically I'm gonna hold my A key, then I'm gonna stop with my D key. So I'll show you guys this. So you see how my first bullet hits the target right on point? So for example, you're creeping up over here and you counter-strafe, you'll be a lot more on point than if you're gonna come over here and you don't counter-strafe. So you come over here, you just start shooting. See how my bullets hit there first? That's because while you're moving, you think you stop moving, but your character in the game is actually still moving. So to counter that, you're gonna do counter-strafing. So hold down my A key, and to stop, you're gonna hit the D key. So you see how it creates sort of a counter-strafe? So let me show that again. So you're gonna hold D and then click A. D, just like that. And obviously this takes a lot of practice and it's hard to get used to. So you're gonna have to go into a lot of DMs and just practice counter-strafing. I'll show you another example. You want to peek this corner, you're gonna go A, like that. It's also useful for like when you're peeking corners. If you're not gonna counter-strafe, look at this. See that? I'm gonna show you another example. See how it hits here and here first? But if you do counter-strafe, see how it hits your target? Alright, I kind of fucked up there. See that? And one thing you can also do is, for example, you're playing in a close quarters combat, you can counter-strafe like this. And what this actually does is that it keeps your person rather on point. I don't know how to explain this, so I'll show you this right now. So example, I want to shoot here, the person's right there. If I just counter-strafe like this, you see how your bullets are pretty much always gonna hit the target? That's because you're always counter-strafing. So AD, 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 AD. So it's almost like your character is not moving. So if you do happen to get into a very close quarter situation, instead of just crouching and being a sitting duck, you can actually go over here and just counter-strafe like this. See how it's accurate if you counter-strafe? So for example, you're coming over here, there's a guy, just counter-strafe. And also, by counter-strafing, you're making yourself a harder target to hit. So the person's gonna be like, where do I hit, right? So yeah, I hope you guys learned something from counter-strafing. It's definitely a great way to improve your aiming, and it's also a great way to peek. And anyways, guys, hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys prefer these short versions of my tutorials, because I have to agree it does get kind of long and boring in my other videos. So I'll try to make my future videos as short and as informative as possible for you guys. Anyways, guys, Astro here, signing out. Peace.